Ooh, ooh, ooh. Hello, hello. So I decided to watch the two, Elona and Elin together. I know that they are related to each other, and I saw this video here from the two on, and so I decided to do the same thing. I will watch the two of them. I will watch first Elona, and then when I finish, I'm gonna start Elin. Breed monsters, mutate children, and marry dogs. The game. Okay. I can already feel how it's gonna go.
Hey people, Seth here. Recently, I've been playing the pinnacle of Japanese culture,
Ooh,
a game called Elona,
Japanese culture. We all love it.
and also realized there are no real reviews of Elona, since the game is largely played by weebs and man-children, myself included. I felt this is a huge shame.
I like the music. Is the music from the game? I really like it.
Because there's really
And I just heard a little.
nothing that comes close to the bizarre and wonderful world.
Historia adventure generate incarnate. Okay.
That is Elona. Elona is a turn-based roguelike RPG with a lot of sandbox elements. It's also completely fucking free. So go find and download the latest copy of Elona Plus and play that shit, because it's fun as fuck. I'll attach a direct link with everything you need in the video description.
What the hell? Let me see.
I'll attach a direct link
Vision Shack.
with everything you need in the video description.
What the fuck?
There's also usually a general discussion thread on JP, and the weebs there know far more about the game than me.
Congrats, Anons. You get to decide which of these lovely contestants wins the honor of being sent back in my little girl's prison journey beginner execution playroom. Ooh, I can already feel how this is gonna go. A young sister is for Rihanna. Ooh, that's an opinion to have. Send back here and let your little girl mercilessly beat her up to a pup. Make sure the little girl doesn't let up until she's up and wet mess down there. Holy shit.
In terms of gameplay, Elona operates on a
I already feel good about this video.
very conventional design style for this genre. You control your character from a third-person perspective, move with buttons on the numpad, and use the entire keyboard to access different interaction menus.
Shit.
If you get a bit scared by that layout, Elona also offers a little graphical context menu that allows you to access virtually every menu by just pressing Z, X, or C. And that's as much as the game gives you. As for the rest, it leaves you to figure that out for yourself.
Holy
Would
shit.
you like to be a brawny manlet dwarf fighter? Or a horrific mutant that grows an extra limb every few levels and can eventually swing 8 different axes at once? Or a snail pianist who has to slowly sliver to his next concert while being crushed to death by his poor choice of profession? Or a literal suicide bomber who gives cities the sweet taste of nuclear annihilation? All these
is a free send word. Send the word? It's a free choice, send the word. Truly.
examples are possible, and that's why people keep coming back to the game, even continuing development.
Yeah, you can
after
do
the original.
You can do a bunch of things, different things, and it's it can be random. So interesting.
Coders left for other projects. Story. The game takes place in the land of North Tiris, which sometimes experiences unpleasant weather conditions in the form of ether wind. Ether wind is a mild gust of magical bullshit, side effects of which may include random mutations, malignancy, and the progression of ether disease, which is really just the first 2 examples mixed together with becoming a deformed abomination.
What the fuck?
Since the magical wind tumors are magical, everyone points the blame towards the elves. About time someone dealt with these knife-eared fucks.
Oh,
Anyway, everyone hates elves, but the ship you're on crashes, and elves help you recover. And then make you
oh.
eat the corpse of a homeless person.
What the fuck?
After giving
Let me
help
see.
you recover. And then
4 rations, 2 cargos of traveler, and a corpse. Total creative freedom. That's why you love Japanese things.
make you eat the corpse of a homeless person. After giving you a tutorial on the controls, they fuck off to give the king a message, then some shit happens, and I didn't really pay attention because it's all English bullshit. The story isn't the main focus of the game, and thank God because it's some typical anime plot, which can be summarized as this. Go very deep into Emperor Hirohito's crypt and keep Emperor Hirohito from rising from the underworld as he plans to reinstate imperialist Japan, and the
the
Liberal
Demon Lord.
Democrat Party of Japan is shitting their pants because after he consolidates power,
The
he'll
Demon Lord
publicly
is
execute
reincarnating.
the spineless cuckolds that took US money and sold their own country from under
Ooh.
their feet. That's as much as I can review.
This is
The
a
game
call
is
out.
too weird to be held to standard criteria, so instead, I'll tell you some of my personal adventures and experiences to sell you on it.
Oh, let's go, let's go.
As soon as you get out of the tutorial cave and enter the first town, you can choose a starting pet. The options are fairly
Bro.
standard.
A dog. Your pet is a dog, a cat, a bear, and a little girl. So you can have a lolly pet. Let's go.
Cat, dog, bear, or little girl. Naturally, I chose a little girl. Sadly, my little
Naturally.
girl drank from a dodgy well and got pregnant halfway through a dungeon escort mission. So
Not
I had
good
to
to,
fend off
to get your
monsters,
little
fend
girl
off children
pregnant.
coming out of my little girl while frantically looking through my inventory for something to abort the endless stream of fetuses. Luckily, I still had 2 bottles of sulfuric acid, the most effective way to terminate an unwanted alien
What
pregnancy.
the
Many
fuck?
quests in this game are randomly generated and lead to a great deal of hilarity. I received a contract from a town guard who wanted me to get another villager's kiwi through fair means or foul. I found the citizen, offered to trade something for his kiwi, only to find that since the quest had been posted on the public notice board, the kiwi had rotted inside the man's
Ooh.
inventory. I traded for it anyway, and somehow this was still acceptable by the guard. I promptly received monetary compensation and extra karma, something that is very useful
Oh,
for not getting fucked
there is a
by
karma
the
system?
authorities. Right after that, the guard ate the fucking rotten kiwi and vomited. My
What the hell?
karma sank lower than the amount I gained for doing the quest, as I was an accomplice to food poisoning. Sometimes a villager will ask you to get something for their son's birthday, like
Missions.
a broken vase, garbage, a dangerous wand
Requests.
that could potentially maim your child, or just an actual piece of
Wait,
shit
let me see.
wand that could potentially
I wanted to give my kid a Rod of Magic missile. What the hell? As a birthday present. If you can send me this item, I'll pay you 1032 gold pieces in ours in exchange. You have 6 days to perform the task. How about it? What
maim
the
your
fuck?
child, or just an actual piece of shit.
To give my kid. So it's a random. The AI probably choose random things for you to do.
The parental instinct in this game is great, as harming grown adults incurs a karma penalty and guard intervention, while attacking and killing a child carries no such repercussions, meaning that
Wow.
Elona genuinely just borrows from the Greek school of ethics, where a child
Let me
is
see.
Elona genuinely just borrows from the Greek school
Children today are tyrants. They contradict their parents, gobble their food, and tyrannize their teachers.
of ethics, where a
Oh,
child isn't legally a person unless you
every news generation gonna talk down the last one.
survive to the ripe old age of 13 and get to vote when they're 30. The same villager may then ask you to clear the woods of dangerous monsters, such as hermit crabs, unlicensed nurses, and unattended children.
What
Some
the
of the quests
fuck?
can even be completely rigged. I've had missions where you need
Book
to
delivery,
escort someone's
escorts,
family member
presents.
safely to another town, only to discover that the family member in question is a trained kamikaze samurai. I didn't exactly know what that meant until I got ambushed by bandits during the escort. To defend his family's honor, the samurai instantly charged a pack of them and
This
exploded,
video is the assassination from the assassination of the comic guy in Japan.
causing me to fail the
Ooh.
quest, lose reputation, lose even more karma, and be instantly branded a criminal. And if you're a criminal, life is hard.
Wait, let me
To
hear
defend
again,
his
what is
family's
this?
honor, the samurai instantly charged a pack of them and exploded, causing me to fail the quest,
Bro.
lose reputation, lose even more karma, and be instantly branded a criminal. And if you're a criminal, life is hard. There's only one city in the game that'll take you, which is Durfee. A place with no guards, but many prostitutes.
City of
You can
thieves?
complete quests here and attempt to raise your karma out of criminality.
Can you accept? Let me see.
You can complete
I'll buy you. Bye bye. Let's talk.
quests here and attempt to raise your karma out of criminality. If only half of the quest givers were actually reachable. Half of the time, the shopkeepers will start openly fucking whores in front of you, blocking all conversation until they're finished. By the way, there's also a sanity mechanic in this game, which for some reason reduces your sanity after using a hooker.
What the
Maybe
hell?
from the rampant herpes
Rampage Total Destruction. I don't know what this game is.
they carry. I don't know. In rare circumstances, this means that a citizen giving out a quest fucks a hooker, goes insane, and attempts to attack the hooker.
What
However,
the? Let me hear
that
it.
is your sanity after using a hooker. Maybe from the rampant herpes they carry. I don't know. In rare circumstances, this means that a citizen giving out a quest fucks a hooker, goes insane, and attempts to attack the hooker. However, being
What the
insane
fuck?
greatly lowers their stats, meaning the hooker nearly always wins the brawl and kills the citizen instead, preventing you from starting or completing a quest until they magically respawn days later, by which time the contract may have already expired and you get penalized with further karma penalties. After much hardship, I thought there must be a safer way to make money, so I took to performing music for tips. Getting tips, however, requires that you finish your performance, which is really hard. I thought there must be a safer way to make money, so I took to performing music for tips. Getting tips, however, requires that you finish
like
your
a bard.
performance, which is really hard when, midway, someone decides they don't like your performance and throw a fucking rock in your face. Half of the time, this is done by guards.
This game is so random. Do you look drunk? No, I don't drink. I don't drink.
Because killing terrible musicians isn't a crime in Elona. On the other hand, everything is a crime if it's done by you. I learned later how to pickpocket, but as my skill level was very
Wait,
low,
let me see what's
isn't a crime in Elona. On the other hand, because killing terrible musicians isn't a crime in Elona.
Yeah, people can kill
you. On
you.
the other hand,
Part-time worker male. Okay,
everything is a
part-time
crime if it's
worker.
done by you. I learned later how to pickpocket, but as my skill level was very low, wanted to practice on something easy, like piles of clothing or trees.
Oh,
Yes, you can pickpocket a tree and steal
what the
it
fuck?
from the forest. Then, as I'm peacefully uprooting
Good
trees
to upgrade the levels.
in the woods, a fucking ghost flies past and calls for the guards to arrest me.
Of course.
Even in the depths of a wilderness, if a hideous abomination lurking
Everything
the
is
underbrush
random in
sees you
this game.
pilfering a chestnut, they'll make sure the authorities know about your wicked sins. It did pay off in the end, though. Did you know you can steal from monsters?
Oh,
Furthermore, did you know you can steal the arm off a mecha
nice.
and prevent him from fighting back? Allowing you to potentially kill the level 30 monster and level up several dozen times? It's true. Just don't let him catch you in the act, or the fantasy
Yeah,
popo will
if they
have a
get
word
to you
with
trying to hurt,
Raising skills requires
It's
you
over.
to spend quest rewards, but raising attributes is a bit more complex. It's a slower process, since the gains are exponentially better. One of the hardest to raise is charisma. as it directly allows you to have more followers, servants, and
Followers?
adventurers in your party.
What the fuck?
That is, unless you eat engagement rings. You heard me right? Engagement rings. Any item that has an inherent attribute bonus on it, like engagement rings, which give 5 extra charisma,
You can eat
will
it to get
in
to the...
theory give you those attributes if you somehow eat them.
Bro.
So, you stack a lot of scrolls of inferior material and degrade that metal ring repeatedly until it turns to paper, then into cloth, then into fucking meat, and guzzle on that
What
shit.
the fuck?
After swallowing enough meat rings, you'll be utterly irresistible. Even as I was writing this review, Halloween came around in Elona. So trick-or-treaters came to my house dressed as skeletons
What
and
the hell?
asked me if I want a trick-or-treat.
Trick.
I asked for a treat, so they called the cops. Some days later, more skeletons came around.
So fucking
and asked me
random.
the same question.
Elona Plus
I picked
1.69. Nice.
So they Molotoved my fucking
What the
house and
fuck?
burnt down my bed. Fuck those kids. The karma loss is a small
Just
price
kill
to
them.
pay for their screams. And that's only some of the crazy shit that's happened to me. Elona is a game
Okay,
that
this
keeps
one
on
is
giving.
old.
Much like Chlamydia.
I hope the new
it also
one is better.
satisfies your JRPG grinding itch. Much unlike Chlamydia, the burning
What
of which
the-
will only get more intense as you ignore the symptoms and avoid seeing your local GP. It is very Japanese, so you
Yeah.
can either do interesting things and explore the world, or autistically grind your stats and skills to the point where you can kill God.
Yeah.
And then the God inside that God. Japan. Elona is a game that
Always
defies
ending you killing some kind of god.
description and shit on convention. A game where you can marry your own dog, genetically engineer a child to
What
have
the
more
fuck?
feet so they can wear 2 pairs of shoes, or kill a dragon by throwing alcohol at it until it's too drunk to defend itself. It's really an experience, and I can't say anything more than go and give it a spin and see if you like it. As always, hope you enjoyed the review. More videos coming soon, and remember, everybody loves Shayna's ass.
Everybody loves what? Let me read it. Let me see it again.
Videos coming soon, and remember, as always, hope you enjoyed the review. More videos coming soon, and remember, everybody loves Shayna's ass.
Shayna S is the best. Miss Alice, the guard female. Okay, what the end? Let's see the other one. Let me clean the chat really fast. What the hell? Okay, Elin. Now's the new one. Did I give a like? No, I gave.
Seth here. I broke my microphone again. These lines come directly from a $10 webcam. Elin has reached early access. This is the
Ooh.
equivalent of the CIA putting crack
I have
in black
this. I have this one on my wish list. I remember being recommended a live stream of someone playing it, so I decided I liked it how to look it, and I decided to put on my wish list. And I remember reading the thing, and I know that is a remake. No, don't know if it's a remake, but it's from the same people, I think.
neighborhoods, but for the neurodivergent community. Elin is a game where I imprison the elderly, turn them into livestock, and have them lay eggs to make a new generation of senior citizen. Naturally, every grandpa starts off as a baby, needs to be breastfed by other grandpas until they come of age, and fed a staple diet of pastured hay to grow old and brittle, at which point I mount
That's crazy, like the last one. My first stream. No, this is, I don't know. I think I've been streaming for 1 month, maybe a little more, maybe a little less.
them to a wheel of pain to generate electricity, so I can power my lights and watch Sailor Moon. I have a lack of beds, so there's a tower of pensioners stacked on top of each other every night. Each day, my population explodes, as a hot spring incubates faster than an actual womb, and each day it contracts, as I put a
What
for-sale
is the
sticker on
bet? There is a pet, like the first one.
Grandpa's forehead. Legally, I have a license. Morally, I pay the church. In the same fashion as Bill Gates tortures his body double every day to evade karma, as long as
What
I
the
buy
fuck?
a letter of indulgence, I can sell 20 pensioners and still work off my karmic debt. I'm an upstanding citizen. They are untouchables, and I will not reincarnate into a water bug. But first, a message from our sponsor. At
Oh,
Raytheon,
sponsor.
we don't just build missiles. We build memories. At Raytheon, we don't just neutralize civilians, we vaporize them.
Ooh.
Raytheon. Because it's not just a forever war, it's a forever family. As the successor to Elona, which I reviewed over 7 years
So it's a successor.
ago, Elin is a sandbox adventure like
Nice.
no other. Build a base, open your mailbox, receive spam in the form
And
of
the
a
pets.
suicide bomber, cultivate 3 billion crop strains for testosterone, open a tourist trap and scam them for terrible prices, deliver vomit and feces
What
for
the f-
children's birthdays, poison unsuspecting townsfolk, get engaged to your
Our are as crazy as the last one. But I think there is no pet. You can choose between a dog and a little girl. What the fuck?
child bride. Send her to be stoned at the gallows.
Whoa, wait, let me-
Expecting townsfolk. Get engaged to your child bride. Send her to be stoned at the gallows. Pickpocket her engagement ring. Marry a slime instead.
Whoa,
Play
whoa,
music
whoa, whoa.
to be stoned at the gallows. Pickpocket her engagement ring. Marry a
This slime girl looking nice.
slime instead. Play music. Get shot dead because they didn't like your performance. Bake bread by nuking raw flour. Wish for a Glock 17. Receive a railgun. Read Goblin Smut to learn their weakness. Pro your
Goblin?
Smock 17. Receive a railgun. Read
Goblin Naughty Book. 3 charges. Is categorized as ancient book. A book writing in runes.
Goblin
What the
Smut to
hell?
learn their weakness. Throw your smut in the trash can and make the trash pregnant. Punch a
What the
hermit crab
fuck?
for so long it levels up. Enjoy hallucinations. Get cursed. Realize the cursed item you're wearing is
Absolute freedom.
made of food and eat it directly from your body. Get jumped by a pack of cows. Comply with their demands and brush their fur. Capture a bomb rock and host it
Ooh,
as a
Minotaur
pack
girl.
of cows. Comply
me
with
see
their
again.
demands and brush their fur. Capture a
Ooh.
bomb rock and host it as a parasite. Use its suicide attack to strip mine dungeons. Buy a tent. Use a paper material hammer to turn it into a portable pocket plane. Worship every god. Receive their apostles and artifacts. Abandon
Nice.
every single one of them. Roll a succubus and prostitution max your way to insane stats. Murder someone's son in cold blood. Bake their meat into a rotisserie chicken. Shit out a dream larva and blend it into the food.
What
Feed
the
it to
hell?
their parent.
Oh shit, but let me kick this motherfucker and clean the chat. Nice.
And make them fall in love with you. Make everyone larva someone's son in cold blood. Bake their meat into a rotisserie chicken. Shit out a dream larva and
What
blend
the-
it into the food. Feed it to their parent and
Okay,
make them fall
you
in
just
love with you.
sitting. You just one after another crazy thing. Much like the last one, much like Elona.
Make everyone love you so hard you recruit the entire city. Turn the king
Ooh.
into a broomstick and ride him as he calls me a fat ass and tells me to lose weight. Whip him until he turns to prostitution. Some
the
may
fuck?
describe Elin as a bizarre Japanese fantasy where you enact
Nice.
outlandish policies such as human rights or a mandate for everyone to wear panties. But that's not fully accurate. It's about paying tax. The karmic weight of missing my monthly tax
No.
deadline is 40 times more serious than unloading an assault rifle on a homeless beggar. This is a fantasy, funded by the IRS and TurboTax. On being asked his intentions for the game, Noah, the developer, had this to say. I simulate Tokyo Salaryman. You make no money because everybody live to 110-year-old. And then you take your own life. Game costs $20, real good. Game costs $20, real good. You can
the
be a
fuck?
chaos gene stealer with more hands than limbs. We don't care. Pay the state or suffer the consequences. This game's entire premise is about you getting suckered into owning land by 2 contract killers. Then
Oh.
sucker someone else into 20 million in debt for that same property. There's intrigue, politics, and lore, which you can ignore
Oh,
entirely
the
as you
story?
read everyone's death log, which moves very quickly and contains a lot of slurs. most of them from me, but I prefer this multiplayer, as taking the moon gate to visit a
multiplayer?
random
Let me see.
entirely as you read everyone's devlog, which moves very quickly and contains a lot of slurs. Most of them from me, but I prefer this multiplayer, as taking the moon gate to visit a random Japanese base will instantly depress me, as I see his beautiful creation, and
Yo,
compare
what the
random
fuck?
Japanese base will instantly depress me, as I see his beautiful creation.
Yo, I have to play this game. I already have on my wish list. I'll definitely play the new one.
And compare it to my own O-Block Ghetto Favela. You can even put custom sprites. Half the time, this is animated smut. This is preferable to getting one-shot by a death trap the instant you spawn in.
But sadly, it seems like you don't have a little girl pet like the first one. Would be interesting.
Seeing a Boeing 767 approaching 2 skyscrapers, or loading into Outer Epstein, which has a one-tile entrance that
What
takes
a
off
name.
your clothes. Players will see their options for a pet, and most will pick the little girl.
I was wrong. You can still have the pet. You can still have the pet lolly. Let's go!
But if I throw a hormone drug in her face, she becomes a little boy. This presents the duality of a player base, pedophile or pederast. Look, this is a setting where the surface went extinct and got repopulated by a cosmic mushroom, whose only reference point for how biology works is Japanese Daojins. That's why everyone lays
let's
eggs,
go.
because he didn't know any better. Everything is an opaque, esoteric mechanism with poor documentation, which the community abuses and exploits until Noah figures out a hotfix or workaround for their shenanigans. This is ignoring the fact that half a game is designed to troll you. Tick an innocent menu option to auto pick up fish. Die instantly because you picked up a whale. Drink from a water source. Mutate horrifically. Play on permadeath. Slip on a banana peel in the Village of Atonement and lose everything. Get AIDS. Catching ether disease is a natural part of gameplay and progresses if left untreated. AIDS. Catching ether disease is a natural.
You are addicted to potion. And as an adventurer, you have to use potions.
Part of gameplay and progresses if left untreated. How do you do that? By playing basketball. To cure your magically inflicted AIDS, you must become Michael Jordan. The casino chips you earn can then be used for higher stakes gambling. This game is a constant gaslight. I came into this expecting fun. Now I'm paying tax and addicted to slot machines. I hope you didn't take an oath before starting your character, because the blackjack table is rigged. Save scum your way to the cure and live life as normal. There are alternatives, but that requires kidnapping little girls. Memes aside, what is this? It's single-player RuneScape with no level cap, and a crafting system that lets you recreate nearly everything you see. Towns with
what the hell?
And a crafting system that lets you recreate nearly every.
Bro. Too good.
Thing you see. Towns, winter hot springs, beach resorts. You create nearly everything you see. Towns, winter.
A bunch of slime girls. 2 slime girls, 3. 2 slime, normal slimes. A bunny girl and a sereia. I forgot how to call them in English.
hot springs, beach resorts. You can even walk off a shore and build underwater. Everything builds into something, which can be dismantled to make everything else. Material alchemy is an art form, which lets us mine out entire dungeons and turn copper to cocaine. Nothing I say is an embellishment. I throw alcohol at my blue eyes white dragon, have sex with it, and end my turn. Understanding esoteric systems by absorbing every wiki article is the bulk of your experience.
Bro,
you don't have to know Japanese,
what the fuck?
but they're more informative than the porn-sick groomers that make up this game's English community. Which is why they're partitioned away in an apartheid state. For starting off, any race or class is viable, and the possibilities are endless.
Whoa,
You're a fat, ugly Polish whore, or you are, I don't know, Jewish person.
What the hell?
You are a black person. You are a rapist.
A Wraith Executioner
fuck?
can use mana as a second health bar. Combine this with worshipping Itzpalt or Hiromi, and you have an infinite health bar. Chaos Shape Inquisitor lets you save scum for hours, and ask if it's truly worth it, as you enter the void and get soundballed repeatedly. Or, if you're a masochist, you can pick Snail Tourist and put on permadeath. Everything now costs twice as much, but the trade-off is that salt kills you. My Jury Warrior isn't meta. Her perk is garbage, and ultimately, it doesn't matter. Because I bring a small arda. Her perk is garbage, and ultimately... it doesn't matter.
The art
because
is very
I bring
good
a
on this
small
new
army
one.
wherever I go. Do not feel limited by your choices. Do not feel limited by your choices. With enough investment, you can make anything work. Your objective is always the same. Get stronger by getting richer. So you can get
Nice.
even stronger to get even richer. Material capital will fuel your physical sociopathy. There's an infinite number of ways to do this, and these are simply suggestions. Invite residents to work your land and perform jobs and hobbies, such as gaming, gambling, gotcha,
What the hell?
prostitution, and self-harm. Set up delegated farming and automate crop rotations for passive income. Grow honey, turn it into wine. Grow mushrooms, turn it into wine. Catch fish, turn it
Stardew
into wine.
Valley?
Get
What
paid
the
a
hell?
salary because people want to visit. Not for my impressive displays,
Ooh.
but because I've stolen incredibly expensive panties from different NPCs. The main way of getting stats is eating food. Thus, our only obstacle is our stomach. So, we apply the secret teenage girl technique
Ooh.
of vomit maxing. We eat, we throw up, and then we eat even more, as we watch our maid pick up vomit like the peasant she is. It's hard to gauge these values. Luckily, there's a variety of graphical and gameplay mods to augment your experience, automate tasks, and replace sprites with the horniest coon-bait you've ever seen.
Nice. Bunny girl. Lamia. Goblin. I don't know if this one is a goblin too. Maybe could be a orc. Minotaurs. Minotaurs are huge. A wolf girl. A dog, maybe. Some kind of fairy. And I forgot the name for this one. Those girls that are half plants. Trees. I forgot the name.
And
Anyway.
Craig Scott the Woz milking machine? Sign me up. On top of this, the game itself has a lot of quality of life convenience. You can auto-dump your entire inventory, configure resource distributions, and even just Ctrl F to search for anything on the map. Everything is completely customizable. In my case, I've gone off a deep end and can no longer see what I'm doing. This is a game of problems and solutions, and dealing with the problems you cause along the way. Mass monsters are a special creature that multiply upon
Wait,
taking
let me see again really fast.
anything on the map. Everything is completely customizable. In my case,
Okay.
multiply upon taking damage. There's a spawn limit of 20 monsters entering your base at any time. Taming a mass monster, putting it on the gallows, and sealing its offspring on a set of tiles 10 Z levels higher seemed like a great idea. Until I visited my base again, only to find out everyone is dead. It turns out 2 of my NPCs are coded to teleport directly to enemies, causing them to split and spill into the base, where everyone is too weak to one-shot them. So they infinitely replicate until they fill the entire screen. Conversely,
over.
the final boss is too hard for me to kill.
Ooh.
By pure
One
chance,
hit.
I loaded into some Japanese guy's base, which had residents who were level 250,000. They're so high level, they take 30 steps for each of mine, which they spent on gambling, drinking, vomiting, and passing out at high velocity. I fed them aphrodisiacs, and one of them laid an egg. Microwaving an egg has a chance of exploding, which is incredibly funny in the middle of an orphanage. Explosion strength is tied to quality, and this one is 2,773. I heat the egg
High quality
and one-shot
eggs.
Inos, my party, and myself. This might seem ridiculous, but the Japanese have already killed him with a beach ball and a banana peel. NPCs hold beach balls in their inventory when thrown at, and this one was modified by several thousand cursed scrolls of flying to weigh 10,000. So
Bro.
when Ino spawns in and charges, he slips in the banana peel and is crushed to death. The world is your autism playground. Join
can
all the
do
guilds,
whatever
learn
you
all the
want.
skills. Whip pensioners on your cotton plantation. It's your fantasy. Now back to work, Cracker. I'm not here to tell you that unless you've got insanely high taming and throw love potions at a spiral king deep in the void so you can feed that breast milk to a chicken
What
so you
the
can
hell?
genetically engineer him into the strongest creature in the game.
This whole video is what the hell? What the heck? One thing more insane than another.
That you haven't played the game. There's no win condition, only your creativity. So choose a goal, a direction, or a hyperfixation, and the rest is up to you. For as many turbo-level Japanese hypersweats at level 3 billion in the void, there's just as many who haven't even left their own base. So rest assured that no matter where you're at, there's
let
as
me-
many who have turbo-level Japanese hypersweats at level 3 billion in the void. There's just as many who haven't even left their own base. So rest assured that no matter where you're at, There's some guy who spent his entire playthrough cultivating mushrooms who has more money than the entire economy.
What
In
the
short,
fuck?
I love Elin. It's
You
a
can
very
do
sweet,
whatever you
beautiful,
want.
and calming game that I can't help coming back to. The developer doesn't
Nice.
sleep. He pushes a new unstable build every night, and I wish him the very best. There's enough content for several hundred hours, and it just keeps getting better. I thoroughly recommend it. As always, more content to come, so stay tuned.
in the future.
This video is dedicated to
Ooh,
my
what the
ops,
fuck?
because I had a script ready after 50 hours, until I saw someone write a critical thesis about my Elona video, took it to heart, and played another 350. It was only later brought to my attention that the man who affected me so is a barely literate weeaboo who paid thousands of dollars for his cringe OC to be put into the game. Barely literate weeaboo who paid
The silver cat. Whether you become a hero in the all kinds of building a gentle paradise where only your immortals reside.
thousands of dollars for his cringe OC to be put into the game. He did all this.
Mexerada. Oh.
So I could turn his waifu into a burger. A warm thanks to the many members of the Merchants Guild generously funding and bankrolling these videos. You're all truly wonderful. Have a good one.
Nice. I will definitely play the new one. I don't know about the old one because these old games sometimes are a problem to try to play. And there is a lot of work put in trying to download and things like that. Anyway, it's ending. And I really like the art. There is some good characters. And like the freedom that you have to do whatever you want, and the freedom that the dev has to do whatever he wants to. That's very nice. I really like the bunny girl. The Minotaur girls too. The music seems nice. I liked the music for the first one. At least what he showed on the video. Thing. Okay. Well, Lumi reacted to it. Maybe I watch her reaction later. Oh, there is this one for me to react to. It's gonna take some time. 1 hour and a half. Okay, if you watch it until the end, please give a like, comment something, subscribe. And that's it. Bye bye.